Hi, welcome. My name is David Olson. I'm the Director of Education at Retro Report, and I'm happy to be joining you for the NAMLE Resource Showcase for 2025. I'm going to be sharing a number of resources that we have at Retro Report to address news and media literacy, all of which are entirely free. So let's get started. So first thing to know is that the slide deck that you're seeing here with the shortened URL on the bottom. You can access the whole slide deck with all of these resources linked right there. So it's bit.ly/RR-NAMLE25. All of that, the RR, NAMLE, is all capitalized. So make sure you have that, and then you'll be all set to go. So a little background about Retro Report. We are a nonprofit, nonpartisan journalism organization that is really focused on creating short form documentary films with the goal of trying to connect past and present. Our bread and butter is finding stories from history and helping students understand important context and linking that to why and how it's important to our world today. Some of the resources I'm going to be sharing today are a little bit different. Since they're a little more focused on specific and concrete news and media literacy skills. But the idea is the same, that we're using storytelling and journalism to be able to find and connect people to narratives to make sense of the world around them. If you are a social studies teacher, an English teacher, or something else altogether entirely, along with the films and lessons I'm going to show you, we have plenty of other resources, including over 300 films in our library, most of which have ready-to-use lessons and resources, all of which are entirely free and available on our website. So whether you're teaching any social studies course, English courses, even plenty of science courses, come on back and take a look at us because we'll have plenty to share with you and make your life easier in the classroom. The resources I'm going to highlight for you here today actually come out of a partnership with which was what then was the Stanford History Education Group, now the Digital Inquiry Group, along with some professors of both MIT and their Teaching Systems Lab and the University of North Carolina. The goal here was, could we look at some specific media literacy skills and be able to change people's behaviors and ideas by telling a story? Could we use a narrative and a compelling idea and story to be able to nudge people in the right direction to change their habits online? So this first one I'll show you a short clip of looks at the practice of lateral reading. If you're not familiar with lateral reading, it's essentially the idea that in order to verify and corroborate information, you want to get off the page. You want to go look elsewhere to see what sorts of information from an article or a video or elsewhere that you can find corroboration for. Can you prove it to be correct or incorrect based on looking for additional sources? So let's take a look at this example.
How can you determine whether a story like this one is accurate?
On Twitter, she's been dubbed the worst aunt ever. New York tabloids even crowned her the Antichrist.
Did you ever hear about the woman who sued her cousin's son after an exuberant hug led to a broken wrist?
That's right, $127,000 over a hug.
Since it's illegal to publicly flog her, we can all do our best to shame her to death.
When you hear something this sensational, it's usually a good idea to stop and ask yourself, is there more to the story?
The whole world is coming out saying I'm this horrible, evil person.
On the internet, things aren't always what they seem. So don't just read the original post. Get off the page and open a new tab to do a new search about the source or claim. Check if it is credible, and look for trusted sources or in-depth news stories, like this one, with Jennifer Connell and her cousin's son, that set the record straight.
All right, just a quick peek at that one, and we'll check out the resources that go along with it here in just a moment. Our next one focuses on the skill of doing a reverse image search. What we know is that students in our classrooms don't always seek out the in-depth news stories or articles. Often what brings them in and is more compelling are images and videos. So here, being able to discern whether or not the image that they're encountering is being used in a truthful way or a misleading way can be a really potent skill. So let's take a look at this one.
And it isn't just Denny.
Victims lost $143 million in romance schemes last year.
But Denny says people can find out if a profile picture, or any image, is genuine by searching if there is anywhere else that image exists online. It's called the reverse image search. Here, Denny has come across one of his profile pictures on a scam Facebook account and is going to do a reverse image search of it. He simply right-clicks on the image and saves it. Then, he opens images.google.com.
Drag that image to where it says drop image here. It's pretty simple.
Once he's done that, he gets a series of results that he can look through to find out more about the image. And by clicking on Find Image Source, he finds links that make it clear the image is being used in scams.
Again, just a quick snippet of that one, about a minute or so of what's only a 3-minute video. Very easy to use with students to sort of turn them on to a very powerful Google tool for image verification. Another film that I won't show you a clip of here, but really highlights Retro Report's contribution to this process, which is fact-checking. All of the films that we produce go through a rigorous fact-checking process where we want to make sure that every claim that's made in our films is one that can be supported with facts and evidence. In this film, we talk about our process. We talk about the difference between bad claims and bad narratives, really as a way to get your students thinking about how to be critical consumers of news and history as well. The most important thing you can do here, if you want access to any of these materials or anything else in our library, is very quickly create your free Retro Report Educator account. You can do that by scanning the QR code on the page here. This will get you access to, like I said, the over 300 films, a growing collection of interactive resources, along with plenty of lessons and student activities. So let me show you here how to navigate our website and find these materials. So here at retroreport.org, the easiest place to find the full library, if we go up here and click on Explore by Subject, it will bring you to the full library here where you'll see all of our films listed in order of most recent release. Over here on the side, you can also explore subject pages. We have a special one already created for media and news literacy. Right, this one actually starts here with the ones that we saw examples of in our fact-checking and media literacy skills. You can also see films that have a focus on journalism and the role of the press, mis and disinformation, the use of social media, along with other resources. So again, from here, if you click on Collection, what you'll find, if we type in, this is Use the Internet to Check the Internet collection, that will bring us here where we can see these films along with the How to Fact Check History film as well. If we click here on the education resources, it's going to bring us to the video page itself. On the video page, if we scroll down just a bit, you'll see the lesson plans go directly to the lesson plan and student activity for this film. This is a great example. We create these in Google Docs, so it's as easy as possible for educators to use. This is the lateral reading one. It comes with a couple questions that go with the film, and then has students dive right in with some pre-selected examples where students need to practice lateral reading to see if they can verify and make sense of the information in the article that's been shared. So again, I think we've got some great, really easy to use resources to improve your student skills. The best thing for you to do is go ahead and scan this QR code right here on the screen, and that'll get you access to all of our resources, films, lesson plans, student activities, and interactives. Again, thank you for joining the NAMLE Resource Showcase, and have a great day.